It's like a sales car park, you know, where you go to look at them to see which one you want to buy.
I don't know where I've been, I don't know where I'm going.
After sailing from Orkney and getting back onto the mainland and finding some really cheap fuel, we set off en route towards Dunnet Head. And the farmland soon gave way to some more coastal ruggedness. Turning onto the long single-track road on the way up to Dunnet Head, we were on the lookout for somewhere to spend the night. Now once again we were out of luck with the weather, because it was raining again. Sports cars again. Did we see enough of them last year? We came across a couple of cyclists, and this must have been a heck of a long slog. There was no safe place to pass, and after all we weren't in a hurry, so we just followed him all the way up to the car park. I don't think it's far from here. And sure enough, just round the corner, we'd arrived. That's a very optimistic ice cream van. But to be honest, when we got back to the car after our walk around, he was doing a raring trade, even in this wet and cold, windy weather. I can hear the waves crashing. Dunnet Head Lighthouse stands on cliffs that are over 300 feet or 91 metres from the sea. It was built, like many lighthouses were, by Robert Stevenson in 1831, operating until 1989 when it became fully automated. We set off uphill to the viewpoint, where we could look back on where we'd been recently. Looking north back over the Pentland Firth towards Orkney, we remembered that beautiful night we spent at Berwick Harbour on South Ronaldsay. Got back to the mainland, guys, and nothing's changed. I think we've brought the weather with us. This is up at Dunnet Head, the most northerly point on the UK mainland, and it feels like it. It's freezing. Dunnet Head not only plays host to the lighthouse, but was also the site of a radar station during World War II that was erected to protect the military naval base at Scapa Flow. And it's still an interesting place to have a wander around, imagining all the troops that were stationed here way back then. Morning world. Just as you start the video, a car goes past. I think I've just seen my first midge. So I had opened the window, but I've closed it again pretty darn quick. Last night's stopover, as I said, on the road up to Dunnet Head. It's a long road, and there's quite a few stop-off places. They've even gravelled a few areas and put some rocks out so you don't fall off the end into the bog. And it's an amazing place. Had a quiet night, no traffic, no silly beggars. Down there you can see the sea, just in the distance. I think we did spoil somebody's fun, because sort of late in the evening there was 3 vans came up and they looked at this spot, and I'll show you why. They probably thought, oh no, and they ended up in the spot that we were going to use, but thought no, we'd rather be a bit more sheltered. So they're up there, and this is the spot here. It's all tarmacked. There's room for 2 or 3 vans at least. We did feel a bit bad, but it was late, there was nobody here when we came, so never mind. I'm sure they were fine up the top there. Hello. How are you? What's Benny doing? Are you getting all the blinds off the windows? Yeah. Are you being all aloof? Are you being all aloof? You're a bonny lad, aren't you? Good morning. Are you ready for some dinner? You hungry? Not really, are you? I'll get it out and we'll see how we get on, eh? We're ready to go, I think.
Right. I've just done solar, we didn't do the waste, didn't do the electrics, fridge is done, step we didn't do, levelers we didn't do, kept the water tanks done, kettles done, gas done, dash cams done.
Yep. All on. We're all a go.
Right in my pocket, we go for a dried blue, eh? We'll find somewhere else.
John O'Groats. Go see up to Duncansby Lighthouse as well. See the sea stacks and see if there's any puffins up there.
They come off this rubber thing and then they end up upside down. So yours, you can't see out of them anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You like to see out of yours, don't you?
Well, for driving, yeah.
Well, bye-bye, park up.
Let's have a look back.
Yeah.
Nothing left, I don't think, is there?
No, looking in the mirrors, leave no trace.
Not that we not took anything out anyway.
No, we didn't.
You have me, and I have you. That's enough to paint lonesome black and blue. Yeah, I have you, and you have me. That puts a bow up in the sky, tells the rain to cease. We've had up, and we've had down. We've had warm nights, we've gone round and round. What I know, this much is true. There ain't a color in the rainbow that shines like you. So let's carve our names into this tree, and then lay beneath the beauty of her leaves. Will the birds and the bees seem to agree that we're strong as a maple, twice as sweet? We've had ups and we've had downs. We've had warm nights, we've gone round and round. What I know, this much is true. There ain't a tree with any leaves that roots me like you.
That's smart, isn't it?
Very flat tire.
Okay. And we're here. is where we leave the engine running for a little bit in the hope that he won't kick off big style. He's winding. Oh, it's been really good this morning. Yeah. Oh. No, that's not blue, that's the car. Seatbelt.
Uh-oh.
There you go. This is the John O'Groats ferry that we were watching when we were parked up at Berwick Harbour on Orkney. So it's nice to see it from this end. It takes 40 minutes to get over to Berwick Harbour. It's just a passenger ferry though, there's no vehicles. Can't see where we were parked though. Get Bernie with the binoculars to have a look. The famous sign. Shetland 152 miles. This sculpture, which cost over £118,000, was installed in 2015. It's named the Nomadic Boulders and was created by Matthew Danzill and Louise Scullion, and it features rocks that were washed up on a nearby beach during the recent storms in the Pentland Firth.
I've gone south, I've gone east, west, inward and out.
So we continue to have a walk around. There's quite a bit to see down by the bay there. And there's a nature walk where I believe you can walk all the way to Dunnet Head Lighthouse, if you so desire, but not for us today.
They all point to you.
That's some fog on. Hello, hello, hello. Had to be done. The Pentland Firth is extremely treacherous, and there have been many vessels lost in its waters. And here stands a memorial to some ships lost. The MV Clemford was lost during the storm in 2015 with a loss of 8 lives. Almost 60 years earlier, the merchant vessel the George Rob sank with a loss of 13 lives. Looking at it today, it looks so calm. You just can't imagine what it was like when those storms blew through. They must have been hell. And the size of those boulders on that sculpture just shows you how powerful it is, the sea going through that narrow strait between the top of Scotland and Orkney. So here he is leaving John O'Groats, heading back to where we were parked quite a while ago now, I think. Was it last week?
3 weeks.
I kept mixed up between Shetland and Orkney. There is a seal here somewhere, but it's gone back under. Forget the posh restaurants. Get yourselves down to the cabin with John and Tracy. Do proper bacon and a fab chip butty.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Tracy.
You're more than welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
We did. Thanks a lot, John.
More than welcome. Thanks for calling. I'm glad you enjoyed the bacon.
We did.
Done proper.
Done proper. Aye.
Bacon.
Proper bacon.
Proper bacon.
Now the not so good bits of John O'Groats. £3 to park, and this is what you end up with. Not impressed. So this is the commercial part, John O'Groats. Lots of gift shops and cafes, and not exactly our cup of tea, but you have to balance things out, I guess. Well, we're off. Probably going to fight this lot later. Look at them all.
The big white boxes.
Yeah, oh my giddy aunt. It's like a sales car park, you know, where you go to look at them to see which one you want to buy. It's nuts.
Never mind, it's still wrong.
Yeah. Right, we're off up to Duncansby Head Light to look at the sea stacks and the lighthouse. We hope you've enjoyed coming along, and if so, why not join us next time when we go hunting for puffins and we take a big detour off the NC500 to find a quiet park up for the night.
This area here